biggest improvement, and it's a tribute to what Dada teaches. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, over to you.
Good morning. Thank you so much, Coach. And thank you so much for people who are joining in from different parts of the world. Now it has gone global. We have people looking at our Dham mastery from places like Bahrain, Ethiopia, I don't know, Tunisia, Sofia. How many of you know these places out there? Many of the geographies even I also didn't know. Sofia is, I think, the capital of Bulgaria. And I'm so happy and glad because some people have joined us back. And this is something new. We haven't seen that. So today we are going to talk something a little bit offbeat. We are going to dig down deeper into our Vedic systems and souls. And we are going to find out certain things in less than 5 minutes. And for that, we have created a kind of a very a lovely, just a second, a kind of a thumbnail. So just to give you a thumbnail, this is something where you are going to learn something called as Mahatatvas in 5 minutes. We haven't done this earlier, and probably this is the first time we're going to be doing it. And I'll see if it is something that can be incorporated here. So this is going to be the thumbnail right now for us. Okay, this is a very old picture of mine, and we are going to do something called as Mahatatva. And the topic has been given to you. What we are going to learn today is a little bit, a science which has been a very, very ancient science. Just to give you an idea, Mahat is a different word which is given by Samakya philosophy or Samakya Upanishads. How many of you know this? There is the Upanishad called the Samakya Upanishad. And just to give you an insight, if you can go to probably Google search or Wikipedia search, if you just write down what is Mahat, and you will be finding this particular page, which says that it's more of a learning which is called as the universal mind of the cosmic ideation. Where today's people, what we are learning is probably just one dimensions, and the Vedic science has given a lot of stuff. And you will also find the same thing written in Bhagavad Gita in chapter number 14 at the end of it, where he talks about this entire Mahatattva. So Mahatattva or Mahat is a concept that is given by Samakya philosophy of Hinduism. It gives you 24 different elements, okay, of anything to do with cosmos. There are 24 elements are there in which the human mind can actually work. And it contains all the individual buddhis, potential matter, gross universe. So what is this has to do with us? So let me also tell you a fantastic thing, which says anything you do in this world is when Purusha, that means you or us, okay, engages with Prakriti, okay? Anything that we do there is only two parts, us and the nature, from where everything, including your chat GPT and AI, whatever it is, everything comes out of only these two concepts. Yes or no? Are you understanding? This is like a little bit offbeat. I usually don't talk about such kind of things. And the 24 elements are combinations of the 5 major main elements, which includes your earth, fire, or what do you call this, sky and akasha and all this stuff. So I'm not going to go there. What we are going to do is, the word dumb typically means ignorant. Dumb is used as multiple places where it is not just about keeping quiet, but it is also about being unknown, being innocent, being ignorant. So far good? Now we have got 3 different words, Mahatva, Mahatattva, and the dumb. So this is where we would like to go to our idea mastery. I hope this part is clear. This is the preamble of it. Now let's go dive down into the task of today's. Coach, can you give the task? So the task is identify one thing in your life that you have done. Okay, it will come to your screen, and if I can just probably just look at it. Okay, let me see if I can just share with others also. Yeah, so the task is identify one thing that you had done in your life completely by yourself, for which you are still feeling that greatness. Okay, only one thing. Okay, so just hold for 2 seconds. I want you to listen to me and think of only one thing that you are feeling proud of yourself. One thing that you have really pushed hard and you feel great that you are able to do that particular thing in your life. Everyone will have different answers. right? There is no need for copying also. You can't copy this. So I want you to just mention it somewhere. Mention it, write it down, because the next part is going to be a very fantastic thing about these things, okay? Now, while doing that particular task for which you are feeling good and great today, what are the 5 challenges you have faced? Easy, right? I'm sure any task that you do, it is a friction that you have to overcome. And sometimes the friction can be society, might be your inner laziness, procrastinations, and might be many other things. Might be tough time, money issue, health issue, direction issue, anything. So find out that one thing which you are very, very proud. That is point number 1. Now you write down the 5 things. Just write 1 word or 2 words. That's absolutely fine. People who are watching this video, I want you to do this with me. This is not a learning session. This is a doing and implementation session. This next 5 minutes, you will be transformed. You will be getting into a transcendence. That has to be there. Okay, that has to be there. So, and people who are not participating, they will never understand what is it. Okay, because if you don't dive into the water, you will never learn swimming. Impossible. You cannot learn swimming inside a classroom. Yes or no? Correct. So first identify that one thing that you are really proud of. One thing, not many things. I know you have got many things. One thing, and that you are proud of. Some people, they buy awards and they flaunt about it. Do you know that? In today's session, I would also like to share you that this is a new level of business. People love to flaunt themselves. It's called as false sense of achievement. And they keep on buying these medals and trophies and all these things. What is the point? You are lying to yourself, yes or no? But why people do that? Why this is a thriving industry? It's a multi-million-dollar industry. Do you know that? Hello? How many of you know this? These awards and all these things, these are a multi-million-dollar things. And they are surviving just because people want to show themselves better than others. And today, right now, every Tom, Dick, and Harry is just trying to get something. Okay, Dada, I have done this. Great, fine, fantastic. I'm not talking of those things. I'm talking about real thing that you have done for which you feel good, you feel great, you feel privileged that you are there in that particular situation. So far clear? Okay. So if you are talking, Dada, I have got a Padma Shri, please, thank you. People can buy. Talk about something which you have done, you're feeling good. Next one, once you have done that, find out the 5 things that were the challenging thing for you. People, challenges will only come only when you truly have gone into that particular zone of uncomfortable situations. Yes or no? Otherwise, आपके पास challenges होगा ही नहीं. Oh, Dada, I have been a winner of this. Acha, who are the players? Only me. Not that. Okay. So then I want you to do the last part of this idea mastery. The last part of the idea mastery says, write down 5 points that your true learnings are from this task that you would like to teach as a sermon before you leave the world. Good? Just 5 things that you would like to share with others, that you would like to give it to you. They said a dead life always talk the truth. Do you know that? The person who is dying, his statements are always taken because that statements are always true. They say so. I don't know. I would like you guys to find out the 5 things that you would like to teach people or leave to this world from the task that you have actually accomplished, the challenges that was actual for which you are feeling good and great today. That's the simple task. Okay. 1 topic, 5 challenges, and 5 learnings. You cannot learn something if you have not overcome certain challenges. You cannot have enlightenment unless and until you have gone through that light tunnel, right? So this is the Mahatatva. This is the inner enlightenment that we call it as. This is something no one can teach you, no gurus can teach you. It is only your experience that is going to push you hard and let you know how you can do that. If Buddha had not sat for 14 days under that Bodhi tree, and he has not done that very, very tough fasting, probably he would never have been Buddha. He would have been Buddha. Yes or no? Either you become Buddha, talk about this, or you become Buddha. Or only when you are Buddha, you will also have Buddhi. So there are three different things, okay? So the person with Buddhi, we call them as Buddha. The person who are dumb and ignorant, we call them Buddha. So find it out what was those 5 things that you would like to share with him? Session over. Tata, bye-bye. Finish? Hello? Okay. So people who are watching this on the YouTube, this is a very small task. Please write down in the comment section. Wherever you are, write it down, participate. I know you are looking at this, you are watching this. There are a lot of people who are doing this, but if you don't participate, there is no fun about this. So might be this is the area where you need to really pause, think about this, and I will tell you the transcendence in 2 seconds, or probably 2 minutes. So with that, I would also like to invite those people who would like to share the things. Today, we'll invite only like 3 or 4 people. Write down your names and who would like to share your things. We would like to give preference to people who are new first, how they feel. And for people who have been doing this for more than around 3 to 4 sessions, we would like to talk about how was your this particular session for you. Fair? And I will tell you the transcendence. So yeah, good. So the transcendence, just a second, is called as the Mool Prakriti, the intellect. Okay, you select something which is inside. Did you get my point? Intellect. So in is inside, inwards. Te means there are multiple things which you have gone through, and lect comes from the word select. So this is called as the sprinkle of Mahatatva. Mahatatva means the importance. How did you gain your importance? So I'll just give you kind of a small transcendence here. In business and your day-to-day life, you have a word called as credibility. How many of you know this word? Hello? Anna? So there was a very old, fantastic song when I was a kid. It says, "Jo hai naam wala wahi badnaam hai." It was, one of the movies of Amitabh Bachchan where the song was called as "Mere Angne Mein Kya Kaam Hai." And the song is so irrelevant in 2023. You know why? Because it is about credibility. The guy who has got a name and fame has to have a challenge that he has overcome. Yes or no? You cannot get a name and fame unless and until you have done something extraordinary, which normal people cannot do. Did you get my point, sir? How are you going to be famous? You need to do something which is not, or which is something that normal people cannot do. And normal people, what they can't do is take challenges. That's why Festians are trained in such a way that they can go for more than 5 hours to 10 hours focus without any meditation, without any breathing techniques, and they can overcome anything by something called as the God power and the monster of their body. So monstrous thing is they can sit for like more than 5 to 10 hours. And the God is something where they can generate ideas, optimize and organize ideas and deploy and deliver stuff in real time, in real perspective. Remember always one thing, thinkers does not move, and movers, they go beyond that. So implementers and thinkers, there are 2 different identities. Both are required. Both are simultaneously required. So what you do right now is more of a thinking. But always understand, this is a great learning that I've learned, is when you plan, don't work. When you work, don't plan. Okay? When you work, plan. When you work, don't plan. And when you plan, don't work. So this particular time, which is a very early morning time, when this is more about silence, more about planning, there are a lot of people who are now doing meditations and all these things. But in an urban world, how can you do a meditation when there are so many distractions? There is a notification, there is something else. You cannot get that ambience here. So the best way is to get into Dhamma mastery, 5 minutes, recharge your brain, and then go to the next level. So today, these are certain things that I would like to tell you, that in Dhamma mastery, we indirectly or directly touch upon these 24 elements. Figure it out, Google it out, and Wikipedia. This is not something that we can teach you here. Out of this entire thing, there is an emotional quotient are there. There are different kind of emotions. Let me tell you, there are 108 different emotions are there. This comes from 6 different senses. And every emotion, they have got 3 different kind of intensities: pleasant, neutral, and bad, painful, right? These are always the 3 different kind of emotional states you'll have. And when I say pleasant means happy, and painful, and the neutral part. And every emotions will have a past, present, and future also. Some of the emotions that you have not experienced are futuristic, emotions. Now, these are the 2 emotions we typically use for our business, your credibility and everything. Emotion can be very painful. Then also you can sell this. I'll just give you an example. If you don't take the vaccine, tomorrow you are going to have a difficult kind of a COVID. Yes or no? You see, it's a painful future that I just sold. How many of you guys got this? If you don't take the vaccine, tomorrow you're going to survive with the very difficult things. The beautiful thing is also there. If you don't buy the car, tomorrow you will not be able to flaunt it in front of so many people. That is also futuristic things. So there are always certain things which are, at present, at past and all. So if you combine the 6 senses multiplied by 3 different intensities, multiplied by the 3 different tenses and the states of it, you will typically find a combination called as 108. Yeah, this is one of the Buddhist philosophies that they are practicing right now. How many of you knew this word 108? I'm giving you a lot of informations from Samakya philosophy to Buddhism to present day business, because your credibility is all about how you take care of your emotions and how you take care of the emotions of the people working with you. Fair? That's all. So when you learn all these things, today you are learning about something which is called the Samakya's philosophy is one of the things which is called as Mahatatva. That means the importance and the greatness. So what we're going to do is let's open up. I think we have got 5 minutes more. Let's invite people out there. You can unmute yourself and please go ahead and write down your names, guys. So the first person who is going to come, go ahead.
Good morning, family. This is Vivash, and today's learning I was taken to my past, and I was able to remember some of the achievements, and from that I got a learning that I want to share. That is, we should persistently go with our passion and beliefs, and follow and believe on yourself and get going. And once we get the success, then we should pay gratitude so that we can be attached, be attached to with our roots. That's the learning I got from my past success. Thank you.
Good. Okay, come on screen. I think we couldn't see you. Okay, next person.
Yeah, come on.
I think it's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can have 2 more people. You can type in your names and you can just tell your name and you can share your things.
So my learning is almost on the same path as discussed, and achievements should be equally forgotten as failures, I suppose, because if you have gratitude to remember from the past and achieve for the best that would come in future, that would be the best thing. Like in Fest, you have already told us like we should have 64 gunas, and even if it is brought to the shortest, it is 16. So that is something like we need to achieve on a daily basis, and we shouldn't be taking pride on what has happened yesterday, and we should keep on focusing of improving and carving ourselves chiseled off with the best form. Thank you.
Nice. Yeah. So who's going next? I think those people who have shared your views also, you can please participate now. The room is open for new people also. You can share your points. Just write down your names and we can invite you. We have got 5 more minutes. Yeah, who wants to go next?
Dada, good morning. I had put in the chat also. So my true learnings are like I did make the most important people in my life happy at that point in time. So this keeps people regret free. There are some things in life we need to do, which is not money or materialistic available stuff, but those keep us regret free at the end. That's the belief that I had. And I also felt like money could be earned back, but the time that we lose with certain people can never be earned back. And that happened a couple of times already as well. So another learning was that we need to make good memories more than we buy things which we keep with us, because memories are something that we can cherish at any point in time, even when we are physically not capable at some point in time in the future. So knowing that we have millions of people.
You have to unmute. You have to unmute.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
So knowing that there are millions of people who are not as fortunate as us, keeps us happy as we are living. So that's another realization I had. Instead of looking at somebody who is better than us and feeling jealous about it, rather we can use them as a role model and look at the people who are below us and feel grateful for it. So this is something I learned over time.
Awesome, nice. So I can take one take from this is creating good memory is also a kind of happiness. Yes, hello. Okay, so if you want to become tomorrow happy, then you have to do something good today. No, as simple as that. If you want to become tomorrow happy, then you have to do something good today. So find out what you can do today that can make you happy. So one thing that is going to definitely make you happy is the today's evening session, which is going to be happening for more than 3 hours non-stop, no water break, no bio break, nothing. And it's going to be called as the monthly meeting. So I would urge everyone, whoever is there, okay, to join in this entire thing. We are giving it first time open to the entire people out here. Yeah, just typically given for people. If you want to know anyone how this works and all these things, please connect with any one of us. Yeah, so let's go to the next person. Go ahead. Yeah, Gopal.
Hi, Dada.
Hi.
I'm sorry. Actually, see, like Abhijit mentioned, one point, I think, taking the parents to somewhere in US and roaming. Actually, in my engineering last year, like no, last year of engineering, and the same time, my father's last year of his work actually. So that time, what I planned is throughout India, like Kolkata, Kashi, Prayaga, all these points, since they become old after 60, they become very old. So I thought that better, planned it in such a way that throughout India we had around 15 days tour with all these kind of pilgrim points. That's where I really planned rigorously all these areas like trains, everything planning. But there are many challenges came in on the way. We used to fight also sometimes because you are not planned well, vagera vagera. But end of the day, we realized that we are able to cover everything and different foods, all that. They don't like North Indian food. Even then, we are able to adjust the whole thing. And finally, after coming back, they were saying, because of you only, we are able to see all these points. So that compliment made me to motivate myself. In my existing family life also, I always plan at least one tour in a month, like even a short tour, like from Bangalore, within Bangalore or outside Bangalore within 100 kilometers or 50 kilometers. It gave me a motivation that every now and then you need to make a tour and enjoy the nature and meet different people, different foods, and learn from that. That's a that's a great learning what I had in my early stage of life that I'm still doing. And one more thing which I don't want to say is giving money to people is also a very good experience. Once you give, they will become enemies to you, right? Even if you give lakhs of rupees or hundreds of rupees, doesn't matter actually. It's a very good lesson for me. And I learned one thing, that if you want to give to anyone, give, like, don't expect anything from back. Say, take this 5,000 or 10,000 or 1,000 and don't give me back. Keep it with you. I can support you this much only. That's what I learned nowadays.
Good. All right, so I think each one of us have different learnings, and what I would like you guys to do is just write down your learnings in the Facebook page that is dedicated only for Dhammaste people, and simultaneously there are a lot of other things that can happen. So make a small selfie video and you can share this out. So people who have started thinking, this entire session is to design in such a way that you start thinking. So what all things have happened in the transcendence today? Just to give you an enlightenment out here. The moment I said one thing in your life that you are proud of, now your brain started to go and scan the folders in your bygone past. Yes or no? That is number one. Number two, you have a logic now. I have to find the best thing. So out of many things that you have done at different age or different places, situations, geography, you selected one of them. Yes or no? All of you guys have many, right? This is the number two. Look how I'm going inside your brain. The number 3 is I wanted to select only one. So you have some kind of internal logic. I have not told you the logic. Yes or no? You found out that logic. So when you started thinking of, then you found out of many, you selected one. And that particular thing has 5 attributes. I wanted you to go deeper into that situation. How many of you guys, just give me your hand raise, when you looked at that particular task and I asked you to find the challenges, you went 10 times deeper into that particular folder. Yes or no? Did you see that? How many of you guys able to see? This is why dumb mastery and idea mastery has been designed in a way where your mental stimuluses can be actually been controlled by me. Are you guys able to see that? And now, if you can learn this kind of a technique, you can control anything, probably a one-to-one communication, to a boardroom communication, to a mass communication also, where you have got thousands of people, you can still go inside their brain, take the things up, and you can do wonders out of it. Hello, it's a deadly technique, guys. Hello, just one question, right? Now, when I said 5 challenges, you not only went to the deepest pain of that part, but again, I changed that pain into something which is called as the sermon. That means that pain was always comes with a learning, yes or no? Okay, so when I converted that pain into a learning process, and I asked, okay, tell me something that you would like to share with others. So somebody has written, okay, stamina is just a mindset or whatever it is. So this kind of learnings, just imagine, out of each one, we have got more than 20 plus people who are watching this right now. Let's assume if you take only the 20 learnings, don't you think it's a religious book by itself? Whatever, just one of them out of each one. If we take one also, the best one, I think that is the way dumb mastery works. It is not when you share your pointers, but when you also collectively learn together. So that's what was the entire motive of bringing multiple ideas. This is something which is presently not done. People today, they are just watching their hand with a device and their head is bent with around 45-degree angle and they're walking like that. Yes or no? Okay, but when you actually look up, you will typically find nothing other than just animated characters. Please come out of these animated characters. These are all things that are virtual images. The actual business does not happen there. The actual business happens when you talk to each other. If you are shy, if you are not talking, then you will also become that guy. Yes or no? So there is no point if you are just looking at only that way. Business happens in a different language. In present day situation, kids does not know even how to say hi to another guy. Do you know that? How many of you know this? Okay. So what is going to happen? Only those people will thrive who are right now here, who are on screen, who can talk, who can connect, who can communicate, who can search, who can identify, who can implement, not just play with some animated characters. Yes or no? So you tell me, dumb mastery is not actually technically dumb. It is like giving you 10 to 20 times. Now I would like to open the session for other people also. You can share like 30 seconds or 40 seconds of how do you feel. Write down your names, okay? New people who have not done it. Write down your names and come on screen and you share your points. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, unmute and talk. We can have around 2 or 3 people. Go ahead. Go ahead, unmute and talk.
Hello, Dada. You clearly mentioned that one point. Taking out the one challenge, no, taking out the first one thing that which I feel the more greatness, and it was a really pain for me to understand the complete finding from my past, from my all 45 years, and taking out only one thing, and that was one of the big challenge for me to understand and identifying, and it's really a brainstorming to myself and having a great learning to you. So thank you. Thanks a lot.
Great, awesome. Are you guys able to see your mind has started to work now? You are going to back. Okay, this is called as a CEO mind. Okay, the faster you can find out the folder and faster you can execute things, the faster growth and success comes to you. Yes or no? There is no other way. So where are you going to learn this? Where are you going to learn this? You tell me. You have to learn this from books. Go find it out. You have to learn from AI. I don't know. From where? Yeah, let's go to the next person. Then we'll go to Hitesh. Yeah, Nandakumar, over to you.
Morning, Dada. Morning, everybody. Initially, say, don't laugh. I have written that I did a love marriage. So that was the biggest challenge for me. And really, it is, she's a North Indian and I'm a South Indian. That is the reason I said don't laugh, because this was the challenge. And what I learned, like, we believed in ourselves, both of us, and we were committed, and we dedication, everything, like, and we started from the scratch. Now whatever we only both have done ourselves, and we are now happily living in Delhi, settled down. So these all things carried on, and that was the moment what I realized, yes, this was the thing what I have done, and that was the achievement for me. So I would like to just share this only.
Yeah.
And great.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything that comes easy is something that you don't appreciate. Awesome. Nice. Yeah. Let's go to Hitesh, then we'll go to Charanjit. Unmute. Hitesh, unmute. Yeah. Yes.
Good morning, Dada, and good morning, family members. Thank you so much for today's session as well. One thing I would like to share, which is basically I went out of my comfort zone, which I was thinking more than years and years. It's basically to come out of my father's home. We were a joint family. To come out of my father's home with my family on a rented place without any finance. I was on loan. I'm still on loan. Still I came out, though it took my wife's and my son's courage and God's grace. Without Almighty, I could not have done that. So that is one thing I feel proud of, me and my family. Only three of us, me, my wife, and my son. And the challenges I face is what people will say. Samaj kya kahega? I said BS now. I don't. Now I know who are with me, who are the actual true family members. The family जो corporate life में भी बोलते हैं ना, वो मुझे पता है. That is one. Second is fear. What was I will lose my property का ancestors जो मुझे मिलना है. I don't know मिलेगा कि नहीं, but I don't care. I'm on my own. I will still I have a financial challenges. I might have more, I know, and self-doubt was there, which I broken. And fifth was came out of my comfort zone. So these are the 5 learnings. That is one more thing which I have knowingly, unknowingly, I saved somebody's life. That is also part of it. I would not like to mention it here.
That's okay.
But this is one thing I think I could have done best in my life.
Awesome. How do you feel now sharing this 5 points? How do you feel?
Absolutely good. Absolutely good. I mean,
Okay.
Thank you.
Just imagine you have such kind of people who have actually faced challenges, and these guys are winners of their own kind. Yes or no? You don't have to give them Padma Shri and Padma Vibhushan and all these things. They are already awarded. And this is something which is more precious than probably those kind of awards. Yes or no? You're saving somebody's life. That gratitude that this person is going to have, or you will have for yourself, I don't think so. Any medal and any prize can give you. Am I right, sir? You cannot buy that thing. So these are certain things which moves people forward. I'm happy that, and I'm glad that people have found their own little bit of enlightenment. Did you see? Guys, one more thing. If you could do that stuff 5 years back, 10 years back, 20 years back, whatever it is, what is stopping you today to do it once more? Aapne kar liya na? You have done all these things, right? You have taken that step. You have taken that uncomfortable situation. You have broken that myth that I can't do that. Then why are you not able to do that? Time starts now, and time ends at evening when everyone is sleeping. Yeah, that's the time we should start. That's where we kickstart. We gear on when other people rest. Yeah, be like a swan, paddle inside, smooth outside. Good. That's it. So let's end with Charanjit sir, and then we can take off. our information that we are trying to share with. Go ahead.
Sir, today's topic, it was a real difficult for me to choose. What should I choose? There were many things, but the best I know from the this 23rd year, I have changed myself as guided by my higher authorities. Because earlier I used to get anger if somebody told me something. I also used to we have to deal with students and parents every day. One of the speakers, motivators, I learned from him that the person who's coming to you, you don't know his mindset, what he's suffering from. He came to you for solving his problem. But when we yell at him or shout at him, it is not the purpose. Now, the motor also trying to we should write write in the cabin that no anger zone. I have pasted the no anger zone in 5-6 places in my cabin. And I'm loving it. I am controlling myself. I learned that I have to manage my emotions, control manage ourselves, and solve others' problem. People loving it. Many कहते यार चल जी ये आपने जो लिखा ना हम समझ गए कि आप सही पद बनने के बाद हमारा काम हो जाए. It has helped me a lot in learning. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this. But I am enjoying it.
Awesome. Nice. Good. So that brings me to the end of today's topic, and I would like to invite Coach to share you something which is happening today, and this is not for other people also. Coach, would you like to share?
Yeah, it's meant for all the Pestians who are part of this. We have our monthly meeting where we generally invite somebody special, right? What we call as God, guest of the day. The guest of the day is an expert, real expert in his or her chosen area. And yeah, are you going to show it to you? Amit, your screen is...
Yeah, I'm just trying to, okay. So anyways, I think I'm not able to open it right now. Okay, it's okay, no problem, go ahead, carry on.
Yeah, and what we want is like, ensure that you are there at 7:30. 7:30 it starts and goes on non-stop for almost like 2.5, 3 hours, right? So come here, enjoy. Instead of reading a book, you can enjoy the actual experience. And it is all related to gut. So this guy is an expert in gut with his own experience, and he's going to help you get rid of any problem related to the gut. For how many of you, even this itself is worth maybe $1 lakh or 2, right? Because health is more important. Then only you can do all the other business of earning money, keeping your family happy, right? And you have a long life, right? So come on, and there are other things also that are going to get discussed, and you would have received a message if you are part of PEST. If not, just talk to the support or give a message to me in case you have my number. So we will.
I would like to take it one more thing, Coach, just to give you an insight of what is going to happen tonight. I was just trying to figure out this slide. So we are starting at 7:30. 7:30 to quite some time we are going to give you for an interactive sessions where you guys can come in, join with each other. You can meet people from probably 5-10 years back also, might be if they're coming in, and you can interact. And this time is given for a family meeting and a family get together. The next one is going to be an address by me where we talk about very core missions and values. These are usually confidential informations which we don't share outside, but this time we are also going to share you some parts for people who are new members or new joinees. We have got certain things to talk to you. We are also going to share you a video of the month. This is a very powerful video. It is not my video, by the way. So we have identified this entire digital junk and dustbin which is there. We have found out one lotus that is going to be really helpful, which you can see again and again. So it has taken a lot of time for us to find out the best thing and give it to you. Next one, we're also going to be talking about somebody. He might be living or dead, that doesn't matter. But these characteristics, the way he has lived his life and the way he has impacted people, that's why we share their particular lifestyle and we learn from them. Because these people have actually been there, done it and dusted it. So we call them as the virtual gurus for us. We also would like to disclose one book of the month today. And I'll tell you also why this particular book is so important that you should read. Okay, out of 10,000, 20,000 lakhs and crores of books, why this particular book and what kind of chapters does it contain? We are also going to share you some very smart tools. Guys, this time, this particular day, the tools that I'm going to do is going to definitely blow people's mind out. These tools are very new, very recently, and we are using it in our business day-to-day life. Everything is tried, tested, read, learned, observed, and we have got results. Only then it comes to you. Otherwise, no. Plus, at 8:30 to 9 o'clock, we have a small topic, which is usually around 15-20 minutes, which is called as Wisdom of the Month. We take up that particular thing. Last time, I think we used this Wisdom of the Month to talk about how to plan your death. Yeah, this is something which usually people don't do. Yes or no? Okay, how to plan your death. There are 3 kinds of death. How many of you know this? Okay, so we did those kind of things so that you can just see, you cannot conquer death, but you can conquer the fear of death. Yes or no? Right? So those are certain things that we have talked about. Tonight at 9 o'clock to 9:30, we are inviting Sachin Hebbar. He is a national award winning guy. He is a practitioner of gut management. So he works on gastro and many other stuff. And we are happy to invite him to share his learnings because he has actually helped thousands and thousands of people across the globe to come out of their challenges. Always remember, business and relationship and professional and personal. These 4 attributes works from head, heart, and gut. Yes or no? So head and heart, we can take care of this. And body also we can take care of this only when your gut is good. So we're going to talk about that as well. Then 9:30 to 10 o'clock, we are inviting a bunch of boys who are going to share some kind of a case study of what these guys has been working from quite some time and how these guys are planning to start their business in less than 1 week's time. Yeah, 1 week's time with 0 capital invested ever. Would you like to meet these guys? Hello? Yeah, 0 capital investment, and they are probably trying to go for a multi-million company very shortly if everything goes good. This is in a very instant stage, and this is where I think these guys are going to talk about their case study, their struggles, and how they came across. So each one is going to have some time, and you can talk to them. Then definitely we'll also have this monthly meet experiences, realizations. We're going to have some fun, entertainment, challenges, winnings. Yes, real cash prize. Yeah, and this week we end with our first connect and the creed. So that's going to be happening tonight. Now tell me who is not going to come. People in the YouTube, if you want to get into this, this is something which will also have a PR broadcast within the next 7 to 10 days as well, which will be connected to at least like 100 to 150 online PR across India and abroad, where these guys will be also giving a summary of all these things, not the entire thing. The live sessions are not shared outside. It is only within this Fest family. And if you want to be a part of it, you have hardly any time. You need to connect back to coach or write to support@amitnath.in, or there is any kind of description. Figure it out. You are thirsty, you need to come to the water. Fair? So that is what is going to happen tonight exactly at 7:30. You might be getting one more information, people who are inside the group. For people who are in YouTube and other places, make sure that you are connecting back to our team for support. Okay, I hope this information is good enough. Hello? Okay, next information. Coach, should I give tomorrow's also?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so tomorrow, this is particularly for all the questions. If you are into recorded sessions or into live sessions, for both, we are opening the doors on something that we have never done. I'm trying to serve you more. And we are going to plan almost a 3-hour sessions on Thursday night. And this is going to start at night around 8 o'clock. And we might go till almost like 3 or 4 hours. The topic that we are going to talk about is going to be a very, very solid thing. I do not know. Might be after learning this, you might not have to touch any MBA books, any marketing books, any sales books, any philosophy books, ever in your life. Okay. So I'm going to give you an overall structures. This is impossible for me to compile, hundreds and hundreds of hours of learning into 2 or 3 hours, but definitely I'll give you all the structures out there. I've created an entire thing. Plus, at the end of the session, I'm going to give you the entire planogram of this entire thing. This is called as Maya Manthan. This is something that I have created. I am the person responsible. If it goes good, thank me. If it goes bad also, please thank me. Because we can learn together and we can earn together. Yes or no? So Maya Manthan is something that can be a probable book that you can expect within 1 year. max 1 year. And if you want to contribute something out there, might be in any which ways. When I say contribute, I'm not looking at money. I'm looking at research. I'm looking at typing. I'm looking at design. I'm looking at publishing. I'm looking at distribution, marketing, and other stuff. Good. Okay. So you can contribute your learnings, your experiences out there. So we'll open it up. And if you want to co-author this particular book, the book does not exist right now. I'm planning to launch this book in 1 year's time. And this might be probably the entire black book for any kind of things that probably our present generation might be missing out. Does it have anything to do with MBA? Not exactly. It is purely a Vedic structure. And today we are going to unfold all these things. That's why there's 3 hours, 2.5 hours to learn and half an hour to discuss and understand each other. So far, this is also going to happen on tomorrow, that is Thursday at night, 8 o'clock. So I would like to invite all of you guys, if you're watching this out in any videos, in any form, if you have not got the invites, please connect to the support team. I'm sure this will be a great thing. I'm trying my best to not to leave any stone unturned, to give you something which is a combination of ultra modern, high tech, and also the Vedic and traditional heritage that we have as different Vedas and Upanishads. So thank you so much for joining this session. I hope this session was powerful enough. Write down how do you feel about it in the Facebook group or the Damastic group. And if you have any kind of recommendations, do let us know. If you want to recommend anyone for Fest also, then also let me know. Every recommendation there is definitely an incentive and a bonus for you guys as well. Let this good thing flourish. Let these good things go out in the world, and let the fragrance be spread out with people like you guys who are doing something to change the version 2 of your life. Bye-bye. Take care. Thank you so much. This is your Dada, Dr. Amit Nath. I'll see you today evening at 7:30. Bye-bye.